Big Perk joining us. What's going on, brother? Thank you so much for taking time to hang out with us today.
What's up, fellas? I appreciate y'all having me.
You played 5 years with Russell Westbrook back in OKC in the young Russ days. Were there any signs, or basically, did you know that you were going to be dealing with the guy who was basically kind of a, first ballot Hall of Famer?
Absolutely. I remember when I first got to Oklahoma City, right? And the first couple of games, I didn't play because I was injured. So I got a chance to watch Russell Westbrook. And I was like, this guy's relentless. The only other person that I played with that had that type of mindset was Kevin Garnett. So it was like a week in, and KG called me and he was like, what's up, big fella? How y'all feeling? How you feeling, man? Hey, man, what them youngins like? And I just remember telling him, I was like, man, Russell Westbrook is just a smaller version of you as far as his mentality. Like, you have those certain guys where you walk into an arena and you just have that comfort of knowing that we're going to win this game, or we're going to have a chance of winning this game because of him. He gave us swagger. Like with Russell Westbrook, they have that old saying, if you see him in a fight with a bear, to help the bear. Well, I say I changed it up with him. I was like, pour the honey on Russ, because after he finished spanking up on that bear, he want other bears to come so he could whoop them too. I mean, he's just a dangerous dude. This is what stamped it for me. We had just finished playing the Los Angeles Lakers during the playoff series, and Kobe Bryant came out and said they have a special one over there in Russell Westbrook, and he has that Mamba mentality. And Kobe didn't bless a lot of people with that mentality. And for him to say that about Russell Westbrook, I mean, it just speaks volumes.
There are some non-negotiables when it comes with Russell Westbrook, and one of them is, if you don't bring your energy every night, he's not going to roll with you. Mm-hmm. At what point did you figure that out about him?
About my fourth game in of playing with him. I remember I did something like he would always, once he get the rebound or once you get a stop, he's pushing the pace, and he was like, hey, Perk, man, you gotta get your big, what down the court, man. And you need to hurry up and get down there. So I was like, who you talking to? He's like, I'm talking to you, and he meant it. And I couldn't say anything. And I was like, nah, he's not playing any games. And Russ is the type where it's like, he don't care if you make mistakes. He just want to see you going hard. Like, he don't get on you about missing shots. He get on you on things about not blocking out or not contesting the shot or missing a defensive assignment, the extra effort thing. So I learned my first 5 games in, hey, you know what, this young dude's something else, but you gotta love it.
What piece of his legacy, or how big of a piece, would an NBA championship be for the legacy of Russell Westbrook?
It would be huge. I mean, you would, for Russell Westbrook to win a championship, and if he was to win the championship, you probably would have to say, and one would not like this, but you probably would have to say his career would be better than Chris Paul's, right? Like, and we're talking about Chris Paul as arguably a top 5 guy a top 5 PG to ever play the game. If Russell Westbrook was to win a championship with what he's doing for his averaging triple doubles, just think about it. Oscar Robertson, 54 years ago, set a milestone that we thought would never be broken. Russell Westbrook broke that 3 consecutive years, and it's going on his 4th year, right? Doing the unthinkable. We would never see another Russell Westbrook. But if he wins a championship, that's a whole nother conversation.
If you were a coach, how would you game plan against this team?
You can't. And that's the hard part about it, because it's only 2 players that I see in the league, in my opinion, that do an extremely great job of moving without the basketball. And that's Bradley Beal and that's Steph Curry, right? Both of those guys don't need the ball in their hands, and they still could give you 30 to 40 points a night, right? That's how good they are. So when you look at when Bradley Beal is on and Russell Westbrook is on at the same time, it's like, man, you got to cross your fingers. I'm watching the game the other night against the Dallas Mavericks, And I'm like, they're going toe-to-toe. Bradley Beal didn't necessarily have the best performance. It wasn't awful, but they should have won that game. You have a mistake with Rui leaving a strong side corner on the three. That's neither here or there, but you just look at them, and I'm looking at them right now at that number 10 spot, and I'm saying to myself, man, they getting the play in, they're going to win. And if they get in that 8 spot, whoever's at that number 1 seed, they got to be careful. This team ain't to be messed with. Ish Smith coming in, pushing the pace. You got Nito, who's feisty. I'm kind of loving the energy over there in Washington right now. They bringing the chocolate back to Chocolate City.
Hey! Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
We both played for Coach Scott Brooks. You got him early with the Thunder. I got him a few years ago with Washington Wizards. Have you seen him evolve as a coach?
Absolutely. And here's the thing. You know what? Scott Brooks is one of those coaches that he don't show a lot of emotions on the sideline, right? He's huge on that. He's not going to call you out in front of the cameras. He's not going to call you out in the media. But you know this, Jay, when he gets you in that film session, he's a little firecracker. He's willing to go toe-to-toe. And this is why I know Russ and Scott Brooks' relationship is so strong right now, because in the early days, I witnessed him and Russ battle it out in film sessions. So the respect level is there. So when people, and the thing I love about Scott Brooks is that offensively, he's going to let you be who you are. He don't try to put you in the box. He let you rock out. Defensively is where he gets pissed off and hold guys accountable. I know a lot of people may look and say, he don't show emotions and do all this, but get him in that film room, he'll show you a different side of it.
I'm curious, who do you think the team is to beat right now and why?
It's crazy because this is the first time that I don't have a favorite really in the Eastern Conference or the Western Conference. But I will say this, the Phoenix Suns are no joke in the West. And I'm going to say this, the Philadelphia 76ers are no joke in the East.
Stop smiling, Chris. Don't even buy into that, Chris Miller.
Talk that
As soon
talk.
as you said it, I'm like, here we go.
Yeah, I mean, when you look at this 76er team, guys are being stars in their role. They got great depth. They got great depth at the position that matters the most, and that's the wing position. As far as guarding wings, you got all these guys at this wing position: Tobias Harris, Ben Simmons, Tybalt, Danny Green. You got like all these guys that are coming in, and then Dwight Howard is playing great. Joel Embiid, MVP, Steph Curry. You got Shake Milton. It's so many weapons, and to me, when I'm watching them play, they playing agenda-free basketball. Like they don't care that Joel Embiid is getting all the success. They just care about winning.